Hello everyone. I was coming back from my job today, and in my car I was listening to a podcast, and he's a hypnotherapist who was talking and is talking about personal development and saying many things very interesting actually. And I'll put the link below the video on the blog. Okay, and in the podcast he was talking about the placebo effect, and that is really something I love to hear because it's just incredible. It's clinically proven. Day after day, each time they want to sell another medicine, they test it with a placebo, and every time the placebo gave results, real results. Okay, and in the podcast, the hypnotherapist was talking about an experiment that has been made with weightlifters, and it happened that the weightlifters were really stronger, lifting more weight just because they believed they had taken something who would make them stronger. It's completely incredible, because sometimes you can say, yeah, but we know that we're in a better shape and our body reacts in a certain way because our immune system is better and so on. Yeah, but there it's about muscle. The muscles were more efficient, were better just because of the belief that they had done something that would make them stronger. So it's completely incredible. Actually, it seems the mind has no limit. Just when you think something, things, as physical as muscles change. It's completely incredible, and it's proven day after day. Each time there's a new medicine, every time, and it's always the same. The placebo effect is something that is completely powerful. It's completely incredible. Okay, so there are so many things we can think about that. We can change from that point of view. Really, the belief is the most important thing. Okay, and it's talking about in many areas, but yeah, I really think it's very, very interesting. And so what I try to focus even more now, it's always concerning my thoughts, and seeing that depending on what I think, my behavior change obviously, but what I believe also. So I try really to separate what I feel from what I decide to think and to look. Okay, that's really the point, because I know that depending on what is on my mind, things change literally. Okay, so I know that I have a lot of feelings, as I already said in a previous video, that are just the reflect of past experiences. But the past experiences were based on beliefs and on a certain point of view and so on that were not true, or who could be true at this time but who are no longer true. So I look at my life right now, what it is, objectively, and what I feel, and I can see that what I feel is completely different from what I live. It's just in my head and my body because I feel it, but it's just feelings. It has nothing to do with the truth. Okay, so I know that what is in my mind, in my brain, has really consequences, real. Okay, so I really try to separate even more what I feel, which is, I call that the reflect of past experiences. Okay, if they are good for me, I keep them. If they are not, I just point them out in my head and say, okay, it's just past reflects of the past, and it's not the truth. So you feel like if it's the truth because you feel it, you feel you feel unease at certain things and whatever it is. Okay, but I know that it's just feeling, and I just point out to that and say it's feeling, it's reflects from the past, and it's not the truth. This is what I want the truth to be, and this is what it can be, and I'm just looking now at what I want. And I know it's always the difficult part to deny what you feel, because you always feel like if it's the truth because you feel it, but it's just a feeling, and you can look at other things. So even if it's difficult to imagine sometimes other things, I realize that I'm maybe better at stating another truth. And I state my truth is blah blah blah, and I say something in my head, and I try to focus on that and to say it again a few times. And usually, if I don't feel that's true, or I feel another thing, okay, most of the time it creates a feeling of unease. I don't feel comfortable with my statement, and that's good. It's just the meaning that things change. Usually I was feeling things this way. With this statement, I have, well, my past feelings are no longer adequate, are no longer possible. So the change is happening because I'm stating something that is not relevant with my feelings. Okay, and then my feelings have to change, even though it's not instantly usually, but the more I focus on my new statements, and the more I say these feelings are just reflects from the past, they are no longer the truth, then I know that things change. And the placebo effect is just something that reminds me that yes, it's true. It's just something you have to state in your head, whatever it is. That's the thing, the most important. I really think that. Okay, so as usual, don't hesitate. Let me know what you think about that. The placebo effect, I think there are so many things to say about it. Don't hesitate. And as always, don't hesitate. If you want to make comments on my English, you know that will help me to improve. So don't hesitate to. Thank you. I see you soon.